And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Bucky Irving now to return. Returns looking good so far. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 39. That's complete, Mike Evans. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Irving here from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
He has the first over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay! The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP,
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 22-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Trying again, following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
He'll get this one to Brown. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
Cut out left. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They're now set for 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. Chased out to his right. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal. Robinson. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders trailing on the scoreboard. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Running with Robinson. And he's gonna fight forward and get in, touchdown! The Commanders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Tucker now on the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets it. 3.
Ready?
First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes out to the left. Throwing on the run, deep. He's got it inside the 25. He makes it in for the Washington. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. They'll come up first and 10.
That's good. Commanders, first down.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He can run it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Motioning the tight end now. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Daniels. Complete over the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels back to throw. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. He's got it. Looks like the feeder inbounds too. Oh, I don't believe it. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more. Todd Bowles did not like what he saw, and he's thrown the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review. After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Come on. Set. Mustang 19. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second down.
Let's go now.
At the Bucks 39-yard line.
Going right side, Robinson with it. Broke through the tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Again, it's Mixon. Now he's free at the 35. Joe Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Stroud out of the gun here. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Still going inside the 20.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And another first down, and another big gainer. This time, 23 yards. This is Henry. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
We're going to go right back to Henry. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. So hard to get a shot on Jackson. Gave himself up there after picking up the first down.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 20.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
30-yard line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Taking off. Jackson so nimble. He's got the first down and wisely gives himself up at the end.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. From a little closer, here's second and goal. From the gun, Jackson. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away. And just like that, the lead is 8-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
It's not often that you take the field for the first time, Mike, finding yourself down by 8. And that's the situation they find themselves in here. They have to just treat this as if it's a 2-possession game and play with a little bit more urgency on this opening drive. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball back, and now you lose all momentum. Stick to your plan, find a way to come away with points as you try to settle this offense into this game here early.
Okay, right.
Here's 1st and 10.
Check white. Blue check.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. A modest game, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. On play action, Love. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it up. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Here's Jackson. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. This is taken in by Dobbs. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A second down throw for Love. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Here's a 3rd and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. That complete to Jacobs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Love. He'll take off again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Love to throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On first down, it's Love. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Love to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. A tight end in motion now. They'll run with Jacobs. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Jackson. He keeps it himself.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
On third down, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Love to throw it on first down. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. To throw is Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Love. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on third and 1. Now Love. That is caught to the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. And now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a first and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. They'll go again here with Henry. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Third and 9. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. He's got it. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. They'll run it on first down with Henry. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
It's the grand finale of the 2024 season on the big stage here in New Orleans. Super Bowl 59 underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he will find his man, Samuel. Still going. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the 49ers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid, but he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. In motion goes the tight end. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. It got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshivas, 53 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Open man is Yoshivas. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Burrow. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Flushed out right. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and
now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. It's a return as Ricky Pearsall shoves him aside near the 35. Taken down up near midfield. So a clever idea to send a return man back there, and it nearly paid off. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Buying time to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. To the air again, Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got Burton here. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Purdy to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their... Burrow steps away. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And in a spot like this, a tie game late, if you can hit on one of these home run balls, it could win you the ball game. But boy, you run the risk of an interception, and that could be what loses you the game. So a lot riding on every play. That one incomplete.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend. So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That last defensive stand, and that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you've set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays give the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now Burrow on the move to his left.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing, Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, Burrow. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.